Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the DizzyDramaPod. That's Katie.
And that's Brianna, and we are two girls that have a condition called POTS.
That's true. It stands for Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia Syndrome, and basically our blood pressure drops and our heart rate spikes whenever we move.
Yep, and it can cause me to pass out.
True.
She doesn't pass out from it, but it causes me to pass out, and it just causes a lot of different symptoms, like dizziness.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why we are calling this the Dizzy Drama Podcast.
Yeah. And we just figured, all we do when we get together is just sit and talk. We talk a bunch of shit. We talk about a lot of stuff. Katie goes on and on about her job, and I just listen. And then I go on and on about my dog, and she just listens. Mm-hmm. So we figured, why not make a podcast so that way you guys can just listen to us yap.
And you go on and on about your job, too.
I do, even though I have not been there in 7 months because of my POTS.
Yeah.
And I also got diagnosed with something called SVT or PSVT. So it's just I don't know. I haven't been to work in 7 fucking months. I mean, it's been insane. And I'm on my second primary care physician. I've already seen 2 cardiologists. I'm going to see another one. And I'm going to see a neurologist. And if you ask my family, it's because all I do is fight with doctors. And that we're going to get in trouble for.
We are going to get into a lot of trouble talking on this podcast.
Family, if you're listening, just know we love you. So sorry.
Sorry, I tried to hold that in that entire time. That's why I was smiling and just really trying to keep that together a little bit.
Well, thanks so much for trying. I appreciate it.
Guys, my throat is a little scratchy and itchy, so if the audio on my side sounds like a cat scratching a chalkboard, that's why.
A cat scratching a chalkboard.
Yes.
For our audio listeners. She's caressing the air.
Also for our audio listeners.
You can't hear us. Katie knocked our microphone on the ground.
Oh my god, and now I'm crying.
Anyway, so basically it's taken me 7 months to get my diagnosis, and the whole time I have argued with doctors. I've had to fight to get a heart monitor put on. I had to fight to not be sent back to work when there was so much shit wrong with me. I had to leave my doctor's office and get a new one. I've had to I literally canceled an appointment with a cardiologist because he told me there was no test for what I had, and there was no medicine when literally Katie has had the test. And she's on medicine, so I was like, yeah, I'll go find somebody else. Thanks so much.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of, your fighting and stuff came from me, because you would call me and be like, this is what they said, and I'm like, no, that's not right.
Yeah.
My doctors did this, and that, and your doctors are just acting like it's no big deal. But also, I went through a lot of troubles when I was getting diagnosed, too, because our previous primary care physician told me to just take vitamins for it, and that I would grow out of it. And then I ended up going to a cardiologist, and I relayed all this information to my cardiologist, and he was like, no, you don't grow out of it, you just learn to live with it.
And that's the thing, is our primary care physician that we have seen since we were children is fucking nuts, dude. One, did not catch my mom's heart condition that she's had forever, that she even told him, hey, I think my heart's stopping, by the way. And they were like, have you tried vitamin D for that? Mm-hmm. And maybe a bottle of water? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? That she had to have surgery to fix her fucking heart problem when they didn't catch it. And she went back in and they were like, yeah, I'm surprised we never caught that. She sat there and fucking told you her heart was stopping, and you were like, nah, try a vitamin.
Yeah.
And then, I also have a condition with my uterus where, my periods are super fucking heavy.
She's just a ball of problems.
That's the thing, is this year alone, 2024 is when I found out I have 2 heart conditions, and 1, maybe 2 conditions to do with my uterus. Mm-hmm. It's been 6 months of me just figuring out I'm fucked, bro.
Yeah.
But when I went and told them, hey, my periods suck, I'm clotting like crazy, this keeps going on, blah, 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 she was like, well, there's nothing we can do for you.
Yeah. Our primary care physician said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then I went to a gyno and found out that I have something
because I told you to.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight.
I've had people telling me forever, hey, just go see a specialist. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, my doctor's doing the job. I'm taking the vitamins, bro. I'm trying the hormone ointment cream. I am.
Yeah. I got put on 3 different vitamins, all for a heart condition.
Yeah. And now your cardiologist has you taken none of them, just one for your blood volume, basically.
Yep.
And that's the thing, like, I trusted our doctor so much, I kept going to their office, even though I knew that it was a crock of shit. And then my final straw was with my heart condition. Well, first of all, they stopped taking my insurance and didn't tell me for 6 fucking months.
Yeah, and then you got a letter in the mail saying,
hey, you owe us $1,200 because these visits you've been seeing us almost every month, none of it has been covered.
Yeah.
That and...
Well, didn't even the letter say, like, since we're going under a new name, we're now stopping taking we're now... What the fuck am I trying to say,
I don't know,
dude?
but we're all here with you. We're following it.
They were, like, I think the letter said, like, we're stopping your insurance on this date. And then, like, it said, like, oh, you owe us $12,000 or however much it was.
Well, I don't know about the letter. I know Dad got a letter because he had the same insurance as me. But they called me and they were like, hey, you owe us a lot of money because you're not being covered under insurance anymore. And I was like, how much? And they were like, $1,200 probably, just about.
Yeah.
So
I had the same insurance as you, too.
Oh, yeah. Did you get the letter in the mail?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't go through my mail.
But also, someone cut off my insurance.
Dad. Because he quit. My dad and I used to work at the same place, and then he up and quit.
And said, you have to find new insurance. And I said, with a heart condition? You want me to find a new insurance with a heart condition?
But,
Okay.
But the other thing that made me leave the office was because after she diagnosed me with POTS and said I possibly have PSVT and then said, oh, I don't know if it's POTS, blah, blah, blah. Well, I was talking to her like, hey, when am I going to be able to go back to work? Because I can't do my job if I'm dizzy. And she told me, well, you'll probably just have to quit and we can't do anything else for you. We can't get rid of your symptoms. We can't treat you. You're on a beta blocker, but your symptoms might not ever go away. Basically saying, you're always going to feel like shit, dude. So just quit your fucking job.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, I cannot quit my job. I cannot live the life I have right now if I do not have this job. This job pays for my house. This job pays for my car. Like, I can't, bruh.
Yeah, you live your life because of the job that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't afford this house or your car or anything like that.
Right.
Like, that's not how life works.
No. And it's perfectly fine that I've based my living off of my income because I did not expect getting sick. I did not plan on getting sick. So I figured, hey, I'm going to be here for life, bitch. I got a fucking face tattoo. I'm not going anywhere, you know?
Right. And I feel like I'm kind of glad that I got diagnosed with POTS first and, like, my treatment went so accordingly. Like, I literally went and saw a cardiologist, got diagnosed right on the spot, and I got the medication that same appointment. And, like, you came to every single appointment with me, but I'm glad that I got diagnosed first. And like I said, my treatment went so, like, accordingly and everything worked out the way that it should have. Because, like, if you were going into POTS blindly, you probably would have believed what they said.
Yeah.
And that, like, oh, I can't work anymore.
Yeah.
But I feel like you see that I, like, can still do my job, even though our jobs are completely different. But I can still do my job, and I can still do all this stuff that you're being told you can't do. But it's just because we're on different medications.
Right.
So, like, I think you're seeing me as, like, well, she can do it, why can't I?
Right.
And, like, my POTS is worse than your POTS.
Yeah.
Even, like, it's not a competition, obviously. But, like, I pass out and she doesn't, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I would say yours is way worse because, like, I get very, very close to passing out. And I think, like, our conditions are different even though we're diagnosed with the same thing because on top of POTS, I have SVT.
Yeah, and that's where it's not controlled, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's where it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
POTS is only when you go from, like, laying down to sitting up or sitting down to standing up. Like,
Yeah.
I got out of bed this morning and I sat up too quick and my vision went black. And that was before I obviously took my medication.
Yeah. And with SVT, it doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah,
it just happens.
Yeah.
Like the one the one time I had an episode, I was literally just sitting in the chair like I had been for like 2 or 3 hours.
Or the car.
And I was just crocheting. And then boom, my heart was at 190. I was sitting in the car. This is why I haven't driven in the past 5 or 6 months. Is I was sitting at the car, stopped at train tracks, and then all of a sudden my heart rate was at 190. Mm. And I was so fucking close to passing out. It was very scary. I went to the ER that day, and
I took her.
That's true. They came all the way. They drove.
Corbin and I took her. Corbin's my boyfriend.
Yeah, they drove 30 minutes to come pick me up because we were going to meet at our mom's house. Mm-hmm. But they drove 30 minutes to come pick me up and take me to the ER. But with SVT, it has to be caught while it's happening. So I had an EKG done, and it came back fine, but it's because I wasn't having an episode at the time. So that's why they haven't actually caught my SVT. That's why it's like, I probably have it, but it's not 100% confirmed. Mm-hmm. But I'm on my beta blocker now, so yeah, it's fine.
And I mean, you also struggle with anxiety. Mm-hmm. And a lot of doctors were saying, like, oh, it's just your anxiety. Like, even when we were in the ER, the doctor, like, listened to her heartbeat and was like, do you happen to have anxiety? And she was like, yeah. Because with you have an extra heartbeat due to your anxiety. Yeah. Right?
That's what they say?
Yeah. So, like, it's hard because obviously all these medical physicians, you're going to be like, oh, my heart is, like, racing and, like, I'm sweating uncontrollably and blah, blah, and they're going to be like, well, you are diagnosed with anxiety. Right. But you even said, like, oh, that's not anxiety. I know what that is. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, for all the all the viewers and the listeners, I'm a public health major. I study public health, so that means, like, I basically study what doctors do wrong in the world, and I obviously study, like, epidemics. So I studied COVID right when I went into college, but now I'm at the point where I'm studying where physicians do wrong and, like, why a lawsuit happens against a health industry and stuff like that. So, but, like, I've even wrote papers about this topic, about doctors not listening to their patients, because that's what it boils down to. Doctors aren't listening to you. Mm-hmm. So, like, of course you have to fight. Yeah. Because, like, everybody knows their own body. Mm-hmm. Okay? A doctor can be educated and, you know, can have all these degrees. Obviously, you know, they do. But, like, they don't know how you're feeling. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't know at all. They just know from test results how you're feeling. Yeah. Like, that's it. That's all that doctors look at. And so I've written, like, tons of papers. I mean, you've even heard them.
Yeah, I have.
But I've wrote tons of papers about how, like, people in the medical industry do not take patients seriously.
Yeah, and it's so true because even the last cardiologist appointment I went to, I barely said 3 sentences to the dude before he upped my beta blocker to 80 milligrams twice a day. Like, he didn't even ask me, you know, what's going on or what's your history or stuff like that, because that was the first time I'd seen him. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, hey, homie, about my job, I'm a factory worker, and I work around a lot of, like, dangerous acids and heavy metal, and I drive a forklift a majority of the time, a big-ass fucking forklift. And I was like, I get dizzy. I can't drive a forklift while I'm dizzy. He said, make sure the lid's on it. Now, if you guys have never worked a blue-collar job, you've never driven a forklift, we're on the same level of confusion by what that means. Because I'm not aware of a lid on a forklift that you can take on and off. So, like, what the fuck are you talking about, bruh?
Yeah, and also, not to mention, back to Brianna having a shit ton of problems, you also have low blood pressure, right?
Very true, severely low.
Yeah, so when she called me saying, like, oh, you know, this cardiologist just bumped up my beta blocker, you can't do that. Yeah. That's a risk. That's a big risk to be taking.
Well, what he told me was, he said, don't worry, this medicine's not that toxic, we can play around with it. It's a low-risk medicine. Don't worry.
All right, I'm writing a paper about it.
Oh, my God. One time, Katie was writing a paper for college, and she was like, can I ask you something? I'm going to write this based off of your experience. Yeah. I think it was with doctors, right? Like,
yeah, to be fair, I actually had to ask someone, though. Yeah. It wasn't just, like, me being like, hey, tell me all your health problems and let me write about them. Yeah. It was like, I actually have to, like, use someone that I know, and I've already written about myself way too much. Yeah. Way too much. Yeah. Way too much. They know me there. So I'm like, shit, let's go to the next one.
And that's me.
Anyway, continue, sorry.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Because you rubbed your eyes.
Dude. We went out for lunch with our dad this evening. This morning, I guess. We went to P-Dubs, and he was, like, going on and on with this story, right?
About our grandma.
Who has dementia,
Yeah.
okay? But he's going on and on about this story about her, like, making something, I don't know. He stops mid-fucking story.
Goes to town on his eyes. Can't be healthy, but goes to town on them, like, just rubbing them. Like, you know a kid when they're, like, so tired? When they're so tired that they're just, like, aggressively rubbing their eyes? That's what it looked like.
And he stopped talking. I think he stopped breathing, bro.
He did, I think.
And then when he
was struggling for a moment.
When he finally came back, he said, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
We need to take a break.
We're going to take a break. Mystery Man just got home.
Yay, Mystery Man!
Anyway, so our Mystery Man just got back. That's my roommate, and my ex. But,
you'll come to find out that Brianna is the problematic one out of the two of us.
Yeah, I do have a lot of problems. Yeah. But, anyway, we were at lunch with Dad today, and he, going on the tangent of Grandma. But it's so funny whenever we, like, talk to him, he's always talking about Grandma, and he doesn't realize, Dad, if you're watching this is for you, they are the exact same person. Mm-hmm. That's why they argue so much. Mm-hmm. And my grandma lives with him now, but they're always fighting, they're always arguing, all the time.
Yeah, they are, like, and it's so funny because Dad always talks about, she repeats herself all the time. Dad, so do you.
Right, bro.
If you're watching this, you repeat yourself too.
I've heard the same story probably 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Because he just keeps telling it.
Yep.
Or like the one time he was talking about, we went to a place together, and he told me about the interaction he had at that place.
Yeah.
I was there. Like, I was literally with you when that happened. Yeah. But he's too stony baloney to even remember anything. I don't think we should have to cut that, right?
We might have to.
Why?
I don't know. Dental school. They're going to be like, back in 2021, you were associated with weed because your dad smoked weed.
What year is it?
That goes back to the podcast,
Huh?
The last episode that we tried to film, remember when I said, like, I still feel like it's 2021?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Literally,
Have you heard the conspiracy about that?
No.
That the world ended in 2021? And that's why everybody thinks it's 2021 still?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to. I think according to some calendar, just like it was supposed to end in 99, it was supposed to end in 2021 or something.
It was supposed to end in 90, what'd you say?
99.
99. Bree would have been in and out
in and out,
motherfucker.
Get a burger from you, I'm in and out.
Not sponsored.
No. I've never had it.
Me neither. But anyway, they thought it was gonna end in 99, and then it was 2012.
Oh, yeah.
Because that
song. Jason Derulo song.
It's not Jason Derulo.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I swear to God, it's not.
I swear to God, it is.
Look it up, because my phone's recording.
Okay.
It's not Jason Derulo.
Anyway, keep talking while I look it up.
But I can't remember.
I think that was Britney's class song.
Gonna live like it's the end of the world?
Yeah. Gonna live. We can't sing it because we'll get copyrighted.
Gonna party like, oh.
It's not Jason Derulo. Yeah. Jay Sean. I swear to God it was Jason Derulo. What Jason Derulo song is like that? Dynamite?
No. That's not Jason Derulo either.
Huh? Derulo songs.
I think you're thinking about, I came to dance, 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 dance.
What's that song?
Flow, 'cause that's
We're gonna get copyrighted. That's enough.
I don't know.
Riding Solo.
Oh, yeah.
Is probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Because that's, I'm feeling like a star.
Can't stop my shine.
Shh, that's enough.
Shut up. Anyway. What?
I don't know, dude.
The world ended in 2021.
Yeah, there was a conspiracy going around that the world ended in 2021, and that's why it's so hard for people to, I don't know, a lot of people still think that we're in the year 2021. I do. Yeah. Shit, I just said it.
Obviously, it came out just like right off the top of your head.
Yeah, because
back in 2021, you were associated. No, you weren't. Well, I mean, you were.
Probably.
Anyway.
Dental school, if you're watching, don't!
Yeah, that's the thing is we were talking about making this podcast, and I was like, ooh, girl, you probably got to be careful what you say, because getting into dental school is really hard. So.
Yeah. Oh, for everyone.
Hi.
I want to be an orthodontist.
Yeah.
I guess we could have led with that.
Now
that we're talking about dental school, but
yeah,
I want to be an orthodontist. I have a lot more schooling to go through, and dental school is the next step after I graduate with my bachelor's.
Nice. You got one more year of bachelor?
Yeah,
study?
Actually under a year. I graduate next June.
Nice, dude.
But then I have to go to
Pride Month is June?
Is it?
I think so. I'm part of the community. I should know, huh?
Yeah.
I think so.
But, and then after that, I have to go through, like, a community college to get more of my prereqs for dental school, because the school that I attend now doesn't do them. And then I go to dental school after that. But so now, like, I'm a little stressed out in life, because now, like, now's the time to go do, like, visits and the DAT and all that kind of stuff, and I don't know where to start, really. Realistically.
Well, the people at your job, your bosses, literally told you they'll help you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least you have that resource of, and you already work for an orthodontist, and you worked for another orthodontist. You've been in that field for years now. So, like, you have that under your belt. You have these very, very established doctors that you're working for. For audio,
this shit is so fucking hard to open.
For our audio listeners, Katie just tried opening one of the vanilla coffees, the glass jar ones from Starbucks. I can't say it. Can I say it? Yes, I can.
I don't know if you can.
What are they gonna do?
Fucking sue us.
Oh, ring light. Pause. Sorry, we had to break there for a second because our ring light went out because we are very small budget production happening over here.
Yeah, one of us doesn't work.
That would be myself. Hi. I only make $200 every 2 weeks on disability, but hi. Anyway, like I was saying, you have those established doctors and everything like that will help you, that are willing to help you. Like, you're good, Shuddy.
Yeah.
And, like, dental school might be hard as hell to get into, but I feel like when I think of people in your position going to dental school, they haven't already worked for an orthodontist, or they aren't, like, they don't have people backing them the way that you are.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're good. Minus your fucking grades, bro.
What's wrong with my grades?
You know what's wrong with your grades? Oh, I need to do my assignment from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but listen, I have a D in that class.
That's what's wrong!
But my other grades are fine. I have an A and a B in the other classes.
Good. That's good. And you haven't done too bad, like, the whole 4 years, 3 years, 2 years you've been going, right? 3 years?
3, yeah.
I don't know, because you do it online, so how am I supposed to know how long you've been there? Nick got his degree in, like, 3 years or something.
He had, like, previous credits, though, from high school.
Oh.
So I still attend for 4 years.
Oh.
I graduate when I'm 22.
Oh, I didn't know that. 18? 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah. Makes sense. I didn't go to college, so that's why I just counted on my fingers. I barely graduated high school, let alone college. Okay, we're just gonna tell you straight up. If this is choppy, which it will be, because we are gonna have to cut a lot of shit out, because first of all, this is our first episode of a podcast. We are trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing our best. Second of all, we're hitting our vapes. I'm hitting my vape.
I'm not! No, I'm not!
I think it's okay if dental school knows that you vape.
No. No. Think about that. Dentists are like, you vape?
What are they gonna do?
It's so bad for your teeth. They're gonna be like, absolutely not. We don't want you to be the future of fucking dentistry if you're fucking vaping.
Bro, I think it's like, don't make an OnlyFans. I think that's gonna not get you into dental school.
Or don't make a podcast where you openly talk about weed and fucking vaping.
What?
Vaping is bad for your teeth. Dental school, I knows it. Please accept me.
Like, it's you're not supposed to tell them where you're going.
I thought we were still on our break.
No.
I thought this entire fucking...
This is staying in.
I don't want it to.
I'm gonna blur out the part where you said the university.
Can you blur out this, like me? Just blur that out.
No.
Yeah. Like, for the word vaping, just blur me out. For we, blur me out.
If I was any good at editing, bro, that would be so funny. For the record, we do not consume marijuana, okay?
And we don't consume nicotine.
Right. I don't smoke. Now that sounds like we smoke weed.
You just said we don't.
I know, but you said we don't consume nicotine.
So we don't consume anything.
Anyway, neither of us smoke weed. I can't. And like that, I literally, back to the doctor thing, the psycho doctors that we had.
Yes.
My doctor literally said, just smoke some weed. This was before it was legal. She literally said, just smoke some weed. Just do it. It'll help your anxiety. Mind you, I had already done that. I had already smoked weed, and it did not help my anxiety. I have severe panic attacks anytime I get any sort of high. Bitch, I smell weed from 2 states away. I'm having a panic attack because I think I'm high and I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. Even when I got diagnosed with POTS, our psycho previous care provider told me to smoke weed.
Yeah, like, I get that weed is a great drug and it helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
But, like, from a doctor's standpoint, fix me, bitch.
Yeah. And even, like, that was when it wasn't legal.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. She was like, oh, you can get your medical card and just go get some.
Yeah, she was like, I'll write it for you. That's the thing, too, about our ex-doctor. She would write you off of school, work, anything. If you were seen in the office, you could be written off for the entire day.
Oh, yeah.
And the next.
And I took advantage of that shit, dude.
I tried, and they told me no.
Come on, I was never at school.
I got moles removed, and they were like, if you think that it's going to, like, affect you working.
Yeah, because they got
I was like, no, I work in an office. They're like, you're fine. They're like, you're fine then.
They got a new nurse, and she is kind of, I don't know, iffy. I had high hopes for her, and nope, lost all of it when she told me, there's nothing else we can do for you. Because now they won't even see you for POTS.
No. They literally said, we don't want to see you except for, like, for your physical every year, because I'm on birth control.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't want to see you. Like, you go to a specialist for it, so we don't have to see you anymore.
Speaking of birth control, I literally hate being on birth control.
Me? Too.
I hate it because, I mean, it's helped a lot because what I have, how we talked about earlier, my problems with my uterus, I have to be on birth control. That's the only, like, remedy for it. There's no cure for one, and the only cure for the other one is a hysterectomy. But the only way to, like, manage it is with birth control. And I've been on 3 or 4 different kinds of birth control, and I hate them all. But my skin has never been more clear in my whole entire life. Because I used to have cystic acne. But I hate it. I hate that, like, now that little pill controls all of my hormones. Because mine isn't like a normal birth control that I'm on now. It's like a specific one where the, like, doses of the hormones are different in almost every pill. And, like, my body fucking needs that shit, dude. I hate it. But you've been on it for how many years?
How old am I?
I don't know. Like 7 years?
7, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 years.
So, like, you don't really know your body off of it.
No.
Because you started young.
Yeah.
Is that all you have to add?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know my body being off of birth control. I've been on birth control since I was 14 years old.
So you don't mind being on it?
Not really. I mean, I hate taking the pill. And you know that. I suck at fucking taking the pill. I suck at it. So I hate taking the pill. But I tried to get the shot, and same thing. Our previous primary care provider said, well, I don't really like the shot because once it gets injected into your body, I can't do anything to get it out if you were to have a poor reaction to it.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, but that scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess I'll stay on the pill.
Yeah.
I just hate having that responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
I even hate taking my medicine in the morning for my POTS because I like to overthink everything. Like, that's one thing about me is I'm a big overthinker. Mm-hmm. And, like, even this morning, like, we were on FaceTime this morning, and even when I was driving my car to Walmart to meet you and Dad, I even, like, thought to myself, like, did I take my medicine? Mm-hmm. Like, I always have to think, did I do this? Even though I knew for a fact I did it, because there has never been a day where I forgot to take my medicine.
Yeah.
And, like, if there was, I would feel it so bad. And that's also the crazy thing too, is like, I'm kind of going off of the birth control thing here, but like with the medicine that I'm on, if I don't take it, which I'm sure like the same thing would happen to you with your beta blocker, but if I don't take my medicine, it hits me hard. Like that's when I have like the biggest pots with an S. That's like those are the biggest POTS episodes that I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like, there was one time that I was at work with my previous employer, and I remember walking down the hallway of the office, and I didn't realize that I forgot to take my medicine until I realized that somehow I was looking down on myself walking in the hallway. Then I had Corbin, my boyfriend. I had him bring me my medicine, and then he brought me coffee and my book that I'm reading. I don't know why he brought my book to work, thinking that I could just read it. But
Such a good boyfriend.
yeah, he is a very good boyfriend.
He is, and I had a rough time coming around to it. Because
Yeah, he did.
one thing about me is I have a horrible dating history. I have a horrible relationship history, a lot of trauma that I've had to work through or not work through. I just have a lot of shitty experiences with people I've dated. And so when anybody in my family starts dating someone new, all of that comes out in me and I sort of project it. And so when they first started dating, I would call all the time and I'd be like, hey, are you okay? Did he do anything? When he's not even like that at all. And I just had like a lot of trouble. And it's so stupid. It's not my relationship. But since you're my younger sister and my BFF, I was so worried when, in reality, that's just my own experiences speaking, you know? But he's such a great guy. I love Corby.
Me too.
He's such a great guy. Well, that's good. You should.
Yeah, I do. I love him so much. Corby, love you.
Hey, Corby. Love you.
But yeah,
He's not going to listen to this.
no, I'm gonna make him listen to it, bro. I'm gonna make him. I after we got done recording the first one, I was like, can you, like, listen to this and watch this? And he was like, sure. And I was like, don't worry, we talk about you in it. And then it was the red flag game.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was, like, him paying for me. And last night we were getting Taco Bell, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, did I order for you? He was like, you told me that you talked about me and then bashed me the entire time. I was like, I'm sorry, Corb.
We did not bash him.
No, but...
This is in reference to, we literally filmed an episode already. We filmed an episode. There's a bug on me. Blur it, like.
I'm gonna make it a big, scary bug that clings to your face. Sorry, there was a bug on me. That just sits on your head for the remaining of the podcast.
I wish we were so good at editing, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, we had already filmed an intro video. We've already filmed our first episode, but we watched it back after we edited it for 2 fucking days. And that was the most boring video I've ever watched in my whole life. All I wanted to do was turn it off.
Even our mom hated it, and our mom is like our biggest fan.
Yeah, our mom would never say anything bad about us.
Let's talk about our mom for a second.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she is a fantastic mom.
One of the, not one of the best mother I've ever met in my entire life.
The best mother. Like, she is hands down just a beautiful and amazing and a hard-working woman.
100%. I aspire to be her.
Me too.
She's amazing. And she's like the most supportive mom. When I came out as bi, she's fantastic about it. She literally is so cute. She works at a store. And and she sent me a picture of a little mat that said Hello Pumpkin and was like, this has you written all over it. Don't worry, I'm bringing it home for you. Like, she's so cute. She's so sweet.
Yeah, for those, you guys probably won't understand it. All of our nieces and nephews call Brianna Aunt Pumpkin.
Yeah, that's true. I am Aunt Pumpkin. And it all started because one of our nieces, like, she couldn't say pumpkin, like, the way you're supposed to. She said pumpkin. And I was like, that's the cutest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. And now it's stuck. I am Aunt Pumpkin.
Yeah, and our other nephew, Matt, if you're watching this, we love you.
Love you.
Can't wait to have you on the podcast someday. But even his kid cannot tell the difference between us.
No, not at all.
And it's so funny because a lot of people actually realistically can't.
Yeah.
Our mom and dad can't tell us, like, can't tell the difference in us if we're just, like, talking on the phone to them.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny because, like, that his kid cannot tell the difference.
Yeah, he's like, which one's Aunt Pumpkin? And he'll, like, point at Katie.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
Nope, almost.
And then he thinks we're kidding.
Yeah.
Like, we're not kidding.
Yeah. And, like, we do get asked a lot whenever we're out in public if we're twins, which we are not. We're 4 years apart. Mm-hmm. And people ask us all the time, like, oh, my God, are you guys twins? You look so much alike, blah, 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 which is fantastic. I love that for us.
Yeah.
Because we should just start telling people we're twins.
I told you this, like, years ago, and you were like, no.
That was probably when you were, like, 12.
Who was seeing us when I was 12?
I don't know. Nobody.
She said she was 12.
Can we please get into how we got stalked at Walmart when we were kids?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was thinking about this the other day. So.
Oh my gosh, this is a crazy story, everyone. Buckle up, get some popcorn, get a drink, 100%. And sit down.
Yes.
And go pee first.
Yes, and then come back.
Yeah.
So, when we were younger, we went to Walmart with our mother. It was just us three. Mm-hmm. And I was, like, old enough to where Katie and I could just go and do our own thing while Mom was shopping for groceries. I don't remember what age we were, but we were young.
We were.
Shut the fuck up. So, so we were off in the toy section, and I was reading Katie a book, like, acting it out, reading this book. I would say maybe I was, like... I would say maybe... For audio listeners, go watch the video. So I would say I was like 10 years old, maybe. So what would that make you? 6? Yeah, that sounds about right. Or younger. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
6. We're 4 years apart.
Okay, so...
Math! Quick math!
Shut up, I'm bad at it. So anyway, I was like reading this book, acting it out, la-da-da-da-da. The egg fell off the wall, okay? And
then the crooked man was behind us.
Yes, 100%. I looked up, right? And there's this man, he's sitting there in the kids' fucking section, holding a book over, like literally head down facing the book, but his eyes were pointed up at us as I'm acting this shit out. Instant fight or flight mode kicked in, dude. I was out that bitch. I grabbed Katie's hand and started fast walking through the aisles to get the fuck out of there.
To find our mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was weaving us in and out of like the clothing section, and Katie was like, what are we doing? I was like, just shut up. Just come on. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. So...
I was just 6 years old, mm-hmm. and my big sister was sitting here acting out this book, and then she just slammed it on my face. I wanted to hear the ending. Then she's pulling me through the store. I want to look at that squishy.
No, dude, we had to fucking book it. This dude looks so creepy. Like, I can still picture him. He looked fucking scary.
Yeah, to be fair, Brianna is telling most of the story because, like I said, I was 6, and I do not remember anything about it. Like, when we talk about it, I kind of have just... pictured, like, throughout the years I have, like, created this story. Yeah. So, like, I don't know what the man looked like. Like, I had no idea what was going on at that time. Like, so, I mean, I don't have any recollection of that story. So, Bree is going to tell all of this story because I don't have actual, like, remembrance of that event.
Yeah, I think this was the first point that kickstarted my severe anxiety disorder.
I think that's fair.
But so anyway, we're getting through the store and we get to our mom and I'm like, Mom, there's a dude following us, and she was like, okay, whatever. So we're shopping.
I don't think she was like, okay, whatever. Let's give more props to Mom with this story.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I don't remember exactly what she said, but I don't know.
I'm sure she mother bared us.
Yeah.
As she would.
Well, she said, stay with me, we're going to continue shopping. So we're shopping, and I look up, and he's in the aisle we're in. I'm like, Mom.
Didn't Mom have us hold on to the cart?
Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, I think she did make us hold on to the cart.
Yeah. That sounds like something that Mom would do.
Yeah. So I looked up, and there he is. I'm like, Mom, that's the dude that's following us. So then Mom took us into the next aisle, and then he came into the next aisle. We went into the next aisle. He came into the next aisle, and each time he would, like, pick up an item and look at it and look at us and then set it back down. He didn't have a cart. He didn't have anything in his hands. He was just there. So every aisle we went into, he went into. So I think we left the cart. I think Mom dropped the cart and we left.
Yeah, I think that happened too. And then we had a family friend that worked at Walmart, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He worked at Walmart, and then, like, I mean, obviously, we told everybody about it. That's not something to keep a secret. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, if you're getting followed through a store, you make it be known.
Yeah.
And especially if it's a mother and her 2 young daughters.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously make that known. So we told, like, everybody about it. Mm-hmm. And then our family friend ended up sending us, I don't know.
Like a link.
Yeah, like a link to this article saying, creepy man following two girls and a mother in a local store. Mm-hmm.
Gets arrested, yeah.
Oh yeah, gets arrested for following two young girls and a mother in a local store.
Yeah, so what I think happened is they went through and saw the video. They watched the video back and, like, he was following us. So he got arrested for it. Mm-hmm. And that is so fucked up.
Mm-hmm. But that happened to us at such a young age is crazy.
Yeah, 100%. And when I tell you, this dude looked so fucking creepy. Like, he had, like, sort of a hunchback, and I don't even know how to describe it, but he was so fucking creepy. And I can still picture, I believe his name is Mike. I think I remember his name is Michael. So, all the Michaels out there, reevaluate.
Dad, you too.
What up, Dad? My middle name is Michael. So, me too.
Yeah, you too.
Sorry we had to take a break. The mystery man came in for a second. But going based off of this stalking story.
Do you think people are going to be like, the mystery man is like our kidnapper? I would do that.
Yeah. He's not our kidnapper. We're fine. This is my home. But, so going off of the whole stalking thing, we want to get into being catcalled.
Yeah.
Because the other day I was walking my dog, me and my roomie, we were walking the dog. It was like 11 o'clock at night on like a Friday or Saturday. And we're like literally across the street from my house. And my neighbor was out on his porch with some dude. And I wasn't listening to their conversation. I don't care. I'm not that nosy. Until I heard, not unless you want to get bit. And so now, like, you're talking about my dog, you know? You're talking about my dog. My dog looks intimidating, even though she's a puppy. Whatever. So, we're walking, and then next thing I hear is, damn, shawty. First of all, I want to throw up. Second of all, I'm fucking scared.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy is that, like, you got catcalled with a male. Because mystery man is obviously a male. So, like, and that's, I mean, it's their dog. But did you hear that? Like, anyway, but, like, the fact that you still got catcalled with a male presence, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Men are unbelievable.
Well, even when we went to, what state did we just go to? We went to Myrtle Beach, wherever that is.
South Carolina.
Right. When we went there, it was us two, our older sister, her fiance, and our dad, okay? And my sister's fiance...
My boyfriend was also there.
And your boyfriend... Sorry, Corby. I didn't mean to forget you. I'm sorry. So, we're with these three fucking dudes, right? And we're literally walking down the boardwalk strip, and this dude that's running one of those stupid fucking shirt shacks walks around our whole group, gets in my fucking ear, and says, damn, girl, you're fine as hell, or sexy as hell, or something. The audacity of these fucking men.
Yeah, then he went into his shirt shop.
Yeah.
And said, you guys want to buy some shirts?
Yeah.
Not from you, dickwad.
Right. Like, I'm walking with these big fucking men. What, you feel comfortable enough to sit here and fucking whisper in my sweet nothings in my fucking ear?
Obviously not if you whispered it.
He did. He walked. I was scared for my fucking life.
And I was walking right beside you and I didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously... These men don't have enough confidence
or balls,
when they do
catcalls.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to.
Dental's cool.
But obviously they don't have enough, confidence to just openly, like, catcall you.
Yeah. And it's gross. Like, I hate being catcalled. I get catcalled often, and that's not like a cocky brag or anything. It just happens. I get catcalled a lot.
Yeah, and if any males are watching, do not catcall.
Don't.
It is so embarrassing.
It is.
Really. Like, it's so embarrassing. Women don't take that as a compliment. You look like a sick pig.
Yeah. It's so fucking disgusting, and every time it happens, I'm in fear because I never know how a man's gonna react to me saying nothing or giving a disgusted look. Like, I'm a ballsy bitch, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I got a big set on me. And and I don't feel comfortable speaking back to these men because so many women get injured or killed because they reject men.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying. And even if you're just sitting there paying a compliment, don't. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, don't.
Please.
Yeah. I mean, I got catcalled recently, and I think that was, like, the first time that I've ever gotten catcalled.
Really?
I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember any other times, but I was at a gas station, okay? And I was minding my own business. I was literally getting gas, okay? Because that's what you do at a gas station.
Usually.
Yeah. I was getting gas, and there were these men in the car next to me, and I really have no idea what they said because, like Brianna said, I'm nosy, but I'm not that nosy. I don't care about anything other than myself because I'm selfish. But anyway, they were talking, and, like, their window was down. I was outside of my car pumping gas, and I think the guy in the passenger seat said, like, what are you doing pumping gas yourself, queen, or something like that. And then I, like, kind of tuned in, but didn't engage, didn't acknowledge. And then he said something about, like, keep your head up. Like, put your head up. Mm-hmm. Like, or you're too pretty to have your head down, or something.
Yeah.
Something. But, like, still, I'm at a gas station getting gas, and I'm by myself. I wasn't with anyone. I wasn't with Corbin. I wasn't, with you. I was just getting gas.
Yeah.
And you think that you have the audacity to catcall me. Mm-hmm. I'm obviously looking down because I hate being by myself. I hate doing things by myself. And that's because I am a woman.
And you're
I hate
such a
men.
small woman, too, at the same time. Like, it would take nothing for that dude to do something crazy, you know?
Yeah. And I can't run. I have a heart condition.
No running allowed.
Brianna was running through Walmart and she has a heart condition.
Dude, I was so hungry. This bitch had me grocery shopping before we went to beat ups.
Listen, man, I don't like going places by myself.
And that's fine, but I was so hungry I was trying to get in and out again.
She was running through the store. She jumped over a thing of Gatorade.
I think you guys went through a different aisle than I did. I did not jump over a thing of Gatorade.
Yeah. I watched you. You didn't jump over it. I'm being dramatic. But you, like... I had a cart. My dad had a bike.
a kid's bicycle.
A kid's bike for our niece. Brianna goes walking to this aisle, expecting us to follow her. There's a Walmart worker with a, like, stocking cart, like a pallet of pop.
Yeah.
And then there's a literal one package of Gatorade just sitting on the, like, other side of the cart. And you must have walked, like, in between the pallet and the Gatorade. Like, and it's perfect for you to walk through. Me with my big-ass shopping cart. Dad with a bike that has training wheels on it. We're not fitting through that.
I literally don't remember that at all. Did I go down the aisle?
Yes, you went down that aisle. You think we went down that aisle?
I don't know.
No. You went down that aisle, and then we went down the different aisle, and then we were lost. I asked Dad, I said, where'd she go? And then he was like, the middle aisle. Like, look, you'll see her. So when we go down this middle aisle, you're already on the other side of Walmart.
Dude, I was so ready to get out of there.
I'm like, why are you going so fucking fast?
I don't know. Well, I was like, all right, we gotta go to the car. We gotta go to the car section. And I was just over there, dude. I teleported, bitch. Call me Dua Lipa. I levitated, ho. Okay, so also at Walmart today when we went, Dad and I, we went and we were at the pesticides or whatever for those little bug traps, and
You can't tell them I have gnats in my house.
I didn't! I did not say that.
I think they might put two and two together.
Now they're going
You're in the pesticides aisle and I'm grocery shopping for me. I got bugs.
I'm leaving all this in, bro. Anyway, we were in the pesticide.
You guys were in some sort of aisle.
We were in the pesticide aisle. Hold on. I have it here in my mouth. Okay. We were in the pesticide aisle.
You were in an aisle.
We were in an aisle, and we're looking for whatever we're looking for.
Yep.
And this woman is standing there holding this.
Was it a bug?
The woman?
Yes.
No. She was holding a bottle of, like, the outdoor stuff you spray or whatever, and she looked up at Dad and was like, could I use your eyes, please, to read this? She's like, I can't read it, and whatever. And Dad looked at me and pointed at me to go do it because that bitch didn't have his fucking readers with him. And so I said, oh, you don't have your glasses on you? Like, talking to Dad. And she was like, well, I have these glasses on. She was wearing glasses. And she was like, but I don't have my readers. I was like, oh, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my dad.
That's so mean.
Well, I said, no, I'm talking to him. Like, I meant him. He doesn't have his readers on, whatever. So then she's like, can you just read the part about pets? And she keeps pointing to this line of where she thinks it is. And I read it to her like 3 times. And she was like, no, it's right there. It's right there. But you don't have glasses on. You can't read. Why do you think this says pets? Anyway, I fucking peeled the label off. I read, don't spray the when the dog's out. Close the lid, whatever, bye. And then she just kept talking about her life story. She lost vision in her eyes somehow. She lost her glasses this morning when she woke up. I don't know.
That's sad.
I mean, yeah. It's sad, sure. But
you sound bitchy.
I'm not.
Sad, sure.
It is. I feel bad for her, of course. And then she thanked me for she said, thanks for letting me borrow your eyes. And then I was like, you got them in a jar or something, you know?
Yeah. You remember earlier how I said it'd be crazy for your brain to find out you have eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens? You go blind?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Your brain attacks your eyes.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because it's just weird that your brain does it all, right? You know what I'm saying? Your brain operates you.
I do know what you're saying because I said this earlier.
Yeah, no, I know. They didn't hear it earlier when we were talking. They're not here with us all the time.
They should be.
Period.
But, we were talking about how it's crazy that this little piece of tissue just controls everything that you do and you subconsciously do. Like, breathing, it controls that. Blinking, it controls that. Talking, it controls that. Like, sniffing, it controls that. Like, there's just so many things.
Sorry, continue. There's so many things. Say them. Say them! Say them!
There's just so many things that your brain does that you don't know that you're doing.
Right, and then when you, when I go on manual breathing mode, I hate that.
I don't think, you might have to explain that, because I don't think
manual
everybody
breathing?
does that.
Oh, so like, if you're at the doctor's office, and they're like, okay, just breathe normal. Well, they're like, take a couple deep breaths. So you take some deep breaths, and they're like, breathe normal. I can't anymore. Now I have to focus. I have to think about what breathing normal is. You know what I'm saying? That's manual mode. Now I have to pump my own lungs. You don't ever get like that? Or like when you're just like breathing and then all of a sudden you're like, man, I gotta breathe normal. Or I'm breathing too loud. Let me quiet it down. You ever like that?
I do when I'm about to go to sleep because Corbin one time told me that I breathe too loud when I sleep.
Oh, that sticks with you.
Yeah, because I'm like a kind of breather.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that one time I was breathing so hard on his neck that he woke up. So now, like, if I feel myself falling asleep and I'm like, I just stop breathing. I just stop. I'm like, nope. Like, I have to stop breathing.
Well, I think I'm a loud breather, right? Because I always have, like, mucus going on. I don't know, I got something up there. Always. And so I just be breathing loud, right? Because I can hear myself breathing and then I'm self-conscious. Like, if I'm in a meeting at work and I'm with, like, 20 other people and it's fucking quiet in there, I'm thinking each and every one of them are thinking about how loud I'm breathing. So then I'm trying to be quiet and I'm on manual mode. It's not automatic anymore. I'm controlling the pump of my lungs, the in and out of my breath. Now I bet half of these fuckers are too. They're probably like focusing on their breathing.
I don't think so.
I bet.
I would hope that you guys are focusing on the podcast and not your breathing right now.
I'm doing
both. If you can't but if you can't breathe, please pause the video and then focus on your breathing and then come back and see us. Did I talk way too fast in that moment?
I don't know, you just got quieter and quieter. It's like you walked into a different room.
I did. And I'm back.
And I'm over here. And I'm back. We had a talk earlier. It might be... Thanks. It might be in here. I don't know. We were like setting up
when we laughed, I choked on my spit.
Girl, get that figured out. Did you figure it out? I saw your big brain working. I'm hot. Anyway, when we were setting up for this podcast, I was like trying to make sure the video and the audio were good, right? And so I told her, I said, you're too monotone. You need to liven up a little bit, girl. Get to speaking. And she's sitting here like, yeah, and the other day I was talking and I got catcalled at a gas station. I'm like, bitch, speak up.
I was eepy.
She was eepy by BB. Wake up. I got you a coffee. You drank almost all of it. Mine's over there still.
Yeah, that's why I'm so lively.
Oh, wow. Blake. Blake Lively? Isn't that her name? We should end it soon, I think.
Yeah, I can't open. I can't fucking open this, bro.
Open it. You're podcast, people.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Please.
Why do you keep putting it on so tight?
It'll leak if I don't.
It's standing straight up on a coaster, bro. It's not gonna leak.
Give that shit back.
My hands are too sweaty. Oh.
Damn. You like oiled it with your sweat, and I'm crying.
Oh my god. It's not.
It's not worth the drink anymore, dude.
Dude, she's fucking crying, bro.
I'm bawling.
I hope they're having as much fun as we are. This is way better than the first episode. The first episode, we were so bored the entire time, dude.
Yeah.
Not a single chuckle was shed. Or tear.
Shed.
Well, thanks so much for listening and watching to our first episode of the Dizzy Drama Podcast. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. I mean, it was so much fucking fun filming this episode.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm excited to see where this podcast takes us. But make sure to follow us on our socials. They'll be linked down below. For our audio listeners, you can just search up Dizzy Drama Podcast, or it's Dizzy Drama Pod or something like that.
Yeah.
And you should be able to find us.
Yeah, and so just stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of podcasts where we talk about a lot of different stuff and probably bring different family members on and everything like that. Mm-hmm. We're just here basically like we're on FaceTime. So hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're just here to chat. I don't know where I was going with that.
Period.
So.
Well, we're gonna leave.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Here's our outro. I'm gonna put the video over top of this.
Oh, so we're talking through the outro?
Sure, that'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Okay. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye. Bye.